Breaking developments, tornadoes striking the South tonight as millions are already sheltering at home. Let's get right to Victor Okendo in Jackson, Mississippi.
Tonight, sirens blaring across the South. An Easter Sunday severe weather outbreak underway. In Monroe, Louisiana, a tornado emergency. This neighborhood hit hard. Terrified families surveying the damage.
This is cold, man. Look, man.
Monroe's mayor saying between 200 to 300 homes were damaged. The regional airport taking a direct hit. Planes tossed like toys. The National Weather Service and meteorologists across the region warning families to take cover and have a plan.
Find a small windowless room, wrap up in blankets and pillows, put on a helmet to protect yourself from debris, and stay in that tornado-safe place until we can give you the all-clear.
Thousands losing power.
Could this come at a worst possible time?
I can't think of a worst possible time.
Here in Mississippi, the coronavirus pandemic forcing families to take extra precautions when seeking shelter.
And we're asking people to wear a mask into those shelters. If you don't have a mask, anything, you can wear a handkerchief, a bandana.
North of here, inmates helping distribute sandbags amid flash flooding. Overnight, dozens of severe weather reports, including baseball-sized hail.
There is still a line of storms headed across the South with the potential for even more tornadoes in the overnight hours. Now, with so many people already indoors following those coronavirus guidelines, officials want to make sure that you have tornado alerts ready to go on your phone because you might not hear those sirens blaring outside. Tom? Victor Okendo in the path of the storm tonight. Victor, you and your team stay safe. Let's get right to ABC senior meteorologist Rob Marciano tracking those storms. Rob?
Hey, Tom, this tornado outbreak just ongoing now. Let's get right to it. We have several watches that are posted, including a PDS watch outlined in red. That is very dangerous. We've already had not one, not two, but three damaging large tornadoes on the ground in Louisiana, Mississippi. Those will progress to the east. We'll have flooding rains to the north, snow on the backside of this, and a tornado threat tomorrow morning from North Florida all the way up through the mid-Atlantic. And then strong winds wrapping around that cyclone for the northeast from Detroit to Boston, winds 60 to 70 miles an hour. Those temporary tented cities here in New York will be a dangerous spot tomorrow. Tom?
All right, Rob, thank you for that.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here.
All right, Shalom. First, I'd like to start by saying all praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this. This is Psalms chapter 83, verse 15. It says, so persecute them with thy tempest and make them afraid with thy storm. So that's what's happening, is the Lord persecuting the people because of all the wickedness that's going on in America right now. Isaiah 28:2. Behold, the Lord hath a mighty and strong one, which as a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing shall cast down to the earth with the... No, this wasn't the one. Slacky, forgive me. Isaiah 29:6, it says, thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise with storm and tempest. And that's what's going on. The areas that haven't been hit by them tornadoes are being hit by these storms and a flame of devouring fire. So that's Yahweh Shema Shai doing this, man. This Amos chapter 5. Amos chapter 5, verse 18, it says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, to what end it is for you. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, right? And, you know, darkness meaning this coming destruction and chaos that's coming, man. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. And that's what you see going on in this case, man. You know, they're not reporting any dead as of yet, but you know, people fleeing from that pandemic, and then the Lord sent a storm through their houses and stuff, man. You know, so somebody might have died. The media usually don't say that right off. This was produced today, so if anything, it might not come out till tomorrow, or you have to find another news station that reported the same incident. But all right, this is Exodus chapter 20, verse 1. It says, "And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage." Right, and us Israelites, us Black, Latins, and Native Americans, our history goes back to us being in Egypt, you know, and we came out of Egypt, you know, and eventually came over here to America, man. It says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." Right, you know, and our history is in the first 5 books of Moses, man. You know what? More than the first 5 books of Moses, but you can find that in Exodus. Exodus, like it. But yeah, it says verse 3. It says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." Right, and this is Easter Sunday. Taking them out here celebrating Easter, man. That's worshiping another god. And wondering why they getting this stuff did unto them, man. But it's only more to come, worse than what's going on now. Only thing that's gonna save is the truth. Is knowing the truth and being of the elect. This is Matthew chapter 7, verse 24. It says, let me see. It says, "Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock." Right? So, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, us brothers that's in the truth, that's in the know, we hear the Lord's words, and you know, and we are making sure we're trying to build our house on a rock, you know. "And the rains descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon the house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock." Right? So, with all this, all these philosophies and the chaos that's coming, you know, if we don't fall subject to it, you know, we have built our house on a rock. "And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon the house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock." Right? We got a strong foundation. That's the truth, man. The pastors is not giving, pastors, priests, evangelists, whatever you want to call them, Israelite leaders, not giving their flock the truth, man. You know. "And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man which built his house upon the sand." Right? So a lot of these people that's getting taken by all this, or that's going to get took also by this tribulation that's coming, are the ones who didn't prepare, man, who didn't build a strong foundation, man. That foundation is Yahweh Shai. It says, "The rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it." Right, man? So you have to build your house on the rock. You have to build your house on the foundation of Yahweh Shai, the truth, in order to be protected, man. I just had another scripture. Damn, it slipped my mind. Give me 1 second. So like I'm having a mental block right now. Precept. It's not. Give me 1 second. This Romans chapter 15, verse 4, it says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures," see, it all goes back to the scriptures, man. You have to learn your history. You have to learn what happened throughout the times of the prophets and, you know, Yahweh Shai. It says, "We through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope." Okay, yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it. With that being said, all praise to Yahweh Shema Shai, Bashma Kakadash, that my honors to the elders and apostles that we will, and salutations to the brothers and sisters on the truth and sincerity. Shalom.